was once the size of a small country and twice as large as London. After drifting through the world's oceans for nearly 40 years, the planet's largest iceberg has crumbled. Scientists say the giant slab of ice, known as A23-a, is breaking apart in warmer waters and may disappear completely within weeks. A reminder of how fragile even Earth's mightiest natural giants can be. Here's our report.
For nearly 4 decades, the world's biggest iceberg has been floating around like an oversized tourist with nowhere to go. But after years of drifting, getting stuck, and dodging penguins, the frozen celebrity known as A23-a is finally falling apart. And scientists say it could vanish completely in just a few weeks. Back in its glory days, A23-a was an absolute showstopper, weighing close to 1 trillion tons and stretching more than twice the size of Greater London. That's not just big, that's, you could spot it from space, big. Even earlier this year, it still covered 1,770 square kilometers, or about the size of Delhi and Mumbai combined. But warm water is the ultimate party pooper for icebergs. In recent weeks, huge chunks the size of entire cities have snapped off, leaving behind a trail of ice chips, some still large enough to give passing ships nightmares. Experts says it's basically rotting from underneath. In other words, A23-a is melting faster than an ice cube in a hot coffee. The berg's life story is equally dramatic. Born in 1986 when it broke off Antarctica, A23-a promptly got stuck on the ocean floor for more than 30 years. Imagine being grounded for 3 decades. It finally wriggled free in 2020 and drifted into Iceberg Alley, the South Atlantic's busy shipping lane. Earlier this year, the iceberg even sparked panic when it parked near South Georgia Island, threatening to block penguins and seals from their buffet lines at sea. But, like a bad house guest, it eventually packed up and left. Since then, it's been moving north at surprising speed, sometimes 20 kilometers a day, only to be battered by waves and baked by warmer waters.
If you imagine a giant iceberg, the one we're talking about is twice the size of Greater London. They're bigger than countries, so they're massive chunks of ice that are moving through the ocean to places they weren't before. So you're putting this massive expanse of a different material into a place that has not necessarily ever had that before. So you're completely changing what's going on.
Scientists are impressed it lasted this long. Most melt quietly near Antarctica. A23-a, however, insisted on a long, dramatic goodbye tour before finally calling it quits. Icebergs breaking off Antarctica is nothing new, but experts warn they're breaking away faster these days. Thanks to, you guessed it, climate change. So, farewell A23-a. You were huge, you were dramatic, and you lasted longer than anyone expected. But in the fight between ice and a warming world, the result is always the same. Heat wins.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj mo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Fiskali radikali.
Japanese,
$4 trilhões do idioma.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.